a tweet out of the outgoing Chancellor Kwasi Kwarteng a short while ago confirming that the Prime Minister had asked him to stand aside and that he had accepted. And I think what's really interesting about this letter is he said it is important moving forward now to emphasize your government's commitment to fiscal discipline. And the reason I bring this up is this government has been under a tremendous amount of pressure since they released that mini-budget on September 23rd, coming out with a big portion of unfunded tax cuts, which shot up borrowing costs in the UK. We saw huge ramifications on the yield market. In the space of 24 hours, we had about 100 basis points move higher in yield, which prompted the Bank of England to intervene to bring in some stability. So ever since then, there's been a lot of pressure on this government to backtrack on some of those measures that they introduced in that mini-budget. Now, they've done one U-turn already with respect to this higher income tax rate, but there is expectations that they have to do more U-turns on things like corporation tax and plans to freeze it. That may not go ahead anymore on dividend tax as well. And we do know that the Prime Minister is expected to give a speech in about 20 minutes time right here in Downing Street. We also know that they have appointed the next Chancellor, Jeremy Hunt, who is also a long-standing member of the Conservative Party. He was actually in the race to become leader of the Conservative Party, but somehow didn't win. Obviously, in the past, he's spoken about the importance of reining in inflation, and this is
there was speculation about what she was going to do. With the huge amount of pressure she was under. Lots of Tory MPs saying that she throw one of her closest political allies under the bus in an attempt to protect herself. Well, it appears that is exactly what has happened. But I think there will still be conservative MPs wondering if that's going to be enough, because it's not the idea that the Chancellor who went out on a limb and did something that she didn't agree with. Ideologically, they are completely at one on all of this. High growth, low tax, mini budget itself, all signed off. It was a joint effort. So I think what's conservative people want to know now is it's not about changing personnel. It's about, well, what has Jeremy Hunt said that he wants to happen? He is now taking over that crucial position of being Chancellor. Is the programme going to change? We certainly think there will be more U-turns to come, and we'll find out about those in the next few minutes. And the one everyone's talking about, of course, is corporation tax. That's brings in a huge amount of money for the government. Liz Truss didn't want that to go up in the way that we've seen that particular Chancellor said that it should. We want to keep it where it is. We think now that will probably change in order, of course, to try and make the numbers add up. That's why the markets are being so jittery. They look at the huge amount of borrowing that the government was proposing in order to fund tax cuts, and they didn't like what they saw. So I think the real question now is how far is she going to change that programme, and if she does, as we expect, then really where does that leave her whole reason of being in government? She got voted in by Tory members based on these policies, and it looks like she's going to jump them over them along with her Chancellor. It's now going to go back to where it was in November. That's already been voted through the House of Commons. There's not even really much chat about it because Labour was supporting that. So that one has already happened. The other one, of course, is income tax. Now, a penny of income tax should come in April. Rishi Sunak during the leadership contest said that should come in, but not for another year. The question is she going to go along with that? And maybe delay it a little bit. Could there be other proposals? Of course, the biggest thing at the centre of that main budget was, of course, to help the energy bills. It's a huge amount of money, and that is going to stay in place. So that will be very making the point that actually what they are doing is things like the rates at which you pay tax, which tax is higher band, that is staying where it is, being frozen. What it means is more and more people as their wages go up, get dragged into paying tax in the first place, and dragged into paying even more tax. That does bring in quite a lot of revenue to help build some of that. But I think people will be looking now to see the numbers. This goes back to the original problem. They brought forward this mini budget, which was anything but, had sweeping announcements in it, but they didn't have that independent assessment of how the numbers are going to do that.
Good afternoon. My conviction that this country needs to go for growth is rooted in my personal experience. I know what it's like to grow up somewhere that isn't feeling the benefits of growth. I saw what that meant, and I'm not prepared to accept that for our country. I want a country where people can get good jobs, new businesses can set up, and families can afford an even better life. That's why, from day one, I've been ambitious for growth. Since the 2008 financial crisis, the potential of this great country has been held back by persistently weak growth. I want to deliver a low-tax, high-wage, high-growth economy. It's what I was elected by my party to do. That mission remains. People across this country rightly want stability. That's why we acted to support businesses and households with their energy costs this winter. It's also the case that global economic conditions are worsening due to the continuation of Putin's appalling war in Ukraine. And on top of this, debt was amassed helping people through the COVID pandemic. But it is clear that parts of our mini-budget went further and faster than markets were expecting. So the way we are delivering our mission right now has to change. We need to act now to reassure the markets of our fiscal discipline. I have therefore decided to keep the increase in corporation tax that was planned by the previous government. This will raise £18 billion per year. It will act as a down payment on our full medium-term fiscal plan, which will be accompanied by a forecast from the independent OBR. We will do whatever is necessary to ensure debt is falling as a share of the economy in the medium term. We will control the size of the state to ensure that taxpayers' money is always well spent. Our public sector will become more efficient to deliver world-class services for the British people. And spending will grow less rapidly than previously planned. I met the former Chancellor earlier today. I was incredibly sorry to lose him. He is a great friend, and he shares my vision to set this country on the path to growth. Today, I have asked Jeremy Hunt to become the new Chancellor. He's one of the most experienced and widely respected government ministers and parliamentarians, and he shares my convictions and ambitions for our country. He will deliver the medium-term fiscal plan at the end of this month. He will see through the support we are providing to help families and businesses, including our energy price guarantee that's protecting people from higher energy bills this winter. And he will drive our mission to go for growth, including taking forward the supply-side reforms that our country needs. We owe it to the next generation to improve our economic performance, to deliver higher wages, new jobs and better public services, and to ease the burden of debt. I have acted decisively today because my priority is ensuring our country's economic stability. As Prime Minister, I will always act in the national interest. This is always my first consideration. I want to be honest, this is difficult, but we will get through this storm, and we will deliver the strong and sustained growth that can transform the prosperity of our country for generations to come. I'll now take questions. Can I start with Ben Riley-Smith, Telegraph?
Thank you, Prime Minister. Clearly a difficult day. Can you explain to the public why you think you should remain as Prime Minister, given you've jumped to key tax cuts that led you to be elected and got rid of your Chancellor?
I'm absolutely determined to see through what I have promised, to deliver a higher growth, more prosperous United Kingdom, to see us through the storm we face. We've already delivered the energy price guarantee, making sure people aren't facing huge bills this winter. But it was right, in the face of the issues that we had, that I acted decisively to ensure that we have economic stability, because that is vitally important to people and businesses right across our country. Harry Cole.
Thank you, Prime Minister. Harry Cole from The Sun. You were the one that wanted to cut the 45p rate. You stood on a platform to win the leadership of the Conservative Party on a platform to cut corporation tax. You and the Chancellor, the ex-Chancellor, designed this budget together, in lockstep, we're told, at times in secret, the two of you. He has to go because of the fallout from it. How come you get to stay?
Well, my priority is making sure we deliver the economic stability that our country needs. That's why I had to take the difficult decisions I've taken today. The mission remains the same. We do need to raise our country's economic growth levels. We do need to deliver for people across the country. We're committed to delivering on the energy price guarantee, which people are already seeing in their bills. But ultimately, we also need to make sure that we have economic stability, and I have to act in the national interest as Prime Minister. Chris Mason, BBC.
Excuse the bluntness, Prime Minister, but given everything that has happened, what credibility do you have to continue governing?
What I've done today is made sure that we have economic stability in this country. Jeremy Hunt, as Chancellor, is somebody who shares my desire for a high-growth, low-tax economy. But we recognise, because of current market issues, we have to deliver the mission in a different way. And that's what we are absolutely committed to do, achieving that stability at what is a very difficult time globally. Robert Peston.
Prime Minister, the former Tory Chancellor, Philip Hammond, has just said that you have totally trashed the Tory party's election-winning reputation for economic competence. Will you apologise to your party?
Well, I am determined to deliver on what I set out when I campaigned to be party leader. We need to have a high growth economy, but we have to recognise that we are facing very difficult issues as a country. And it was right, in the national interest, that I made the decisions I've made today to restore that economic stability so we can deliver, first of all, helping people through this winter and next winter with their energy bills, but also making sure that our country is on the long-term footing for sustainable economic growth. Thank you very much, everybody.
Prime Minister, aren't you going to say sorry? Are you, Prime Minister?